here at XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest Portkey games and Hogwarts Legacy content. And today, ever since myself and Retro Racketeur leaked the Hogwarts Legacy enemy camp designs, I've been asking, who are these enemies at these camps? Why do they look like Death Eaters? And what's their connection to the story? Today, we possibly have that answer. So be sure to Lumos, the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on more Hogwarts Legacy content. Without further ado, let's accio the information. Now, this news comes to us from an old BBC interview of J.K. Rowling herself in regards to the history of the Death Eaters. And I quote, "In here is the history of the Death Eaters, and I don't know that I'll ever actually need it. But at some point, which were once called something different, they were called the Knights of Walpurgis. I believe the enemies or villains we see in the trailer and will be seeing throughout Hogwarts Legacy are the Knights of Walpurgis. Here's why. For context, the Knights of Walpurgis is a play on the words Walpurgis Night. Walpurgis Night in German folklore, the night of April 30th, May Day's Eve, when witches meet on the Brocken Mountain and hold revels with the devil. Medieval and Renaissance tradition held that during Walpurgis Night, witches' evil powers were at their strongest. Keep that in the back of your head. Going back to J.K. Rowling, her villains always had a German connection, like the Knights of Walpurgis. Lord Voldemort, for example. J.K. Rowling said, and I quote, "The Dark Lord's zeal for purebloods is like Hitler and the Aryan ideal, which his followers, the Death Eaters, also had." Continuing on, Grindelwald is another wizard with pure blood ideology like Hitler, who was defeated by Albus Dumbledore in 1945, which coincides with Hitler's death and the end of World War II. And then finally, the final example of pure blood wizards to Germany and World War II is the SS, the Nazi Special Force Police. The initials of Salazar Slytherin, who I think founded the Knights of Walpurgis, inspiring Lord Voldemort to form his own pure-blooded, idealistic group, the Death Eaters. So, with all that backstory with J.K. Rowling's villains in the Wizarding world usually having connections to something involving Germany, what's the Knights of Walpurgis' role in Hogwarts Legacy? I mentioned earlier that the actual Walpurgis Night, like Halloween, was believed to enhance witches and wizards' powers or magic. The Knights of Walpurgis' involvement in Hogwarts Legacy is powerful magic, a group named after that night where witches and wizards' magic are more powerful, formed by Salazar Slytherin, who studied ancient magic and ideology was based on pure blood, just like his heir, Lord Voldemort. Of course, they're after powerful magic. That's their involvement in Hogwarts Legacy. This attempt to possess a powerful magic is what the Hogwarts Legacy story is centered around based on the trailer and website. And I quote, "Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the Wizarding world apart. You possess an unnatural ability to receive and master ancient magic. Only you can decide if you will protect the secret for the good of all or yield to the temptation of more sinister magic." End quote. Which also ties to the enemy camps we leaked last week. The enemies, the Knights of Walpurgis camps that are all throughout the Hogwarts Legacy game map could be strategically located at caves or dungeons that have ancient rooms, which is always tied to ancient magic and power, which is what they are after, like their founder, Salazar Slytherin. And our ability to perceive it is valuable to the Knights, so we can join them and give them access to this ancient power or protect it and drive them away from those locations. Also, possibly making my Dragon Theory video even more likely if all of this is true. To me, the revelation of the Knights of Walpurgis is huge because this is canon, since it's from J.K. Rowling's writings. It gives us the possible name and backstory of the enemies, explaining why they wear masks like the Death Eaters who were formed after the Hogwarts Legacy timeline. But more importantly, it gives the writers of Hogwarts Legacy room to tell their own story with canon material, since the interview with JK was the only mention of the Knights of Walpurgis, literally allowing us to live the unwritten. But yo, that is going to be it. That is going to be it in regards to who the possible villains and enemies we will see in Hogwarts Legacy are. The Knights of Walpurgis? What do you guys think? How you guys feel about this information? Yo, comment below. Let me know. Let's talk some Hogwarts Legacy news. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with you, boy. Yo, it's been fun. This was fun doing a lot of research in the backstory. I love these type of videos. What was also fun was the Hogwarts Legacy Friday night chat we hosted this past Friday. It was so much fun. You guys are clutch. Man, you guys are like, yo, let's do this every Friday. I won't be able to do it this Friday because we'll be out of town at the at the Harry Potter exhibit in Philly, grand opening. But we're definitely doing it again February 25th. I cannot wait to do it again. More information coming in regards to that. If you have not done so already, again, be sure to Lumos, the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on more Hogwarts Legacy news. Also, follow us on the various forms of social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Especially Discord. There you can chat with us if you were unable to make the Hogwarts Legacy Friday chat. We'll talk live, just talking about the game and thoughts and complaints and everything under the sun. So, yo, follow links in the description below. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.